obviously a very, very big week for us. Go see Baylor tomorrow and then at West Virginia. So hopefully what we did last week gives us a little momentum to get better. And you know, after this weekend, it'll be the halfway point of the Big 12 season. So a lot of basketball left, but certainly a fun time, and hopefully we're ready to go.
What kind of spark has Jade provided over the last few games?
Jade's been good. You know, Jade's obviously someone that can, her athleticism really creates something different. She, you know, we've told her since the day she came, she's unique to our team. She's the fastest kid with the ball on our team. Obviously, learning this level from junior college has been a slower process maybe than she'd like, but she's stuck with it. She's worked really hard. And, you know, given our situation with our injuries and the point guard position kind of being in flux all year, you know, she's taken advantage of that opportunity, and hopefully that'll continue. We just, you know, we gotta calm her down a little bit. And, I tell people she's like the closer comes in and she's going to throw a 100-mile-an-hour fastball, and we're going to see where it goes. But something's going to happen when she's got the ball.
She had said like 4 or 5 games ago, she had met with you. It sounded like you had met with everybody on the team just to kind of get ideas from them. Am I wrong? Or?
No, I had individual meetings with everyone, and basically it was tell me what you're thinking from a basketball standpoint, and then basically it was tell me what I need to do better to help you. And you know, as we finished the season, and we went through every kid, and some kids were very talkative, and some kids don't say a whole lot, which is normal these days. But I think for Jade, it was just, you know, a reassurance that there's going to be another opportunity. You know, she's been in and out of the lineup. Obviously, games she doesn't play, and then she starts. And some of it is personnel grouping, some of it is injury, some of it is the flow of the game. So, and I just told her that's, you know, she has a chance the last month as a senior to impact our team. And the thing I tell seniors all the time, people are either excited that you're gone or they're sad that you're gone. So let's make sure that people are, you know, sad that you left and you impacted your team.
She kind of mentioned that her message to you almost was, I bring something that she thought she brought something unique to the table and wanted to have a bigger role. Did that message resonate with you when you were talking to her?
Oh, absolutely. And for her to voice that was good. I mean, we were hoping you know, those meetings were designed for them to give us some insight, and because once they say it, now you got to go do it. Okay, you want a bigger role, you can provide a bigger role. We agree. This is what we've been telling you. Well, now go do it. And I think, you know, she obviously was great in the Oklahoma State game. I thought she got us off to a good start on Saturday. So she'll start tomorrow. So, you know, you're the starting point guard on the road against the #1 team in the country. You wanted it, you got it. So we'll see what happens.
You mentioned the learning curve and how that can be difficult. What kinds of gains has she made? And, you know, is it just like every few games you notice something different? She reads defense a little bit better. She knows when to take it.
Yeah, you know, everyone talks about, you know, junior college players and you get them for 2 years. No, you don't. It takes a lot longer. They're not ready to go when they get here. So, you know, if you get them for a year, you're probably lucky. I think for Jade, the big thing is understanding who you're playing with. You can still play fast, but you got to play smart, under control. The biggest thing is understanding game plans. We've tried to simplify some things for her, just so that she's not overthinking and just use her athleticism. But you know, she's in the gym a lot. She works very hard. She spends a lot of time with Coach Dyer and Billy on her individual skill sets. So she didn't pout about it. She keeps grinding it, and that's a credit to her, because a lot of kids would have shut it down, you know, when you're not playing a whole lot. And she's basically done just the opposite, and she's come out the other end, so to speak, and now she's the starting point guard, and hopefully that will just continue to get better and better.
How do you approach a road game at Baylor? How dominant they've been?
A road game at Baylor. You know, one thing, we're brutally honest with our players. we know what you're getting into. It's the best team in the country, defending national champion. I can't remember the last time they lost. The thing that I tell our players is they're going to rebound. There's certain things that we can't control. They're going to rebound. They're going to steal the ball. They're going to make shots. They're the #1 team in the country, defending national champion, and they may be better this year than they were last year. The one thing they cannot do, unless you allow it, is they can't keep you from competing. They can't break your will. They can't. That's where they get you. They just impose themselves on you, and teams kind of just shut it down. And when that happens, they just knock you out. It's Conor McGregor. It's 40 seconds, and you're done. This is, our kids don't understand it, but I tell them it's like a Rocky movie. You got to be standing when the bell rings at the end. I don't care what the score is. I mean, people forget Rocky lost that fight, the original one, but he finished it. And we've got to be a team that just stands there and hangs on for dear life, whatever it takes. And that's how you play great teams. And it's an opportunity, and we'll see how we handle it. It's the first time that we've played them this year, and it's always different. But it's always different and always the same, if that makes any sense. That's probably a little silly comment.
What went through your mind yesterday when you were
I think the first thing, Randy, for me was I get the coverage, but there were 9 people that died. Some were kids. And having lost someone in my life recently, I thought about the families that can't hug their loved ones anymore, can't talk to them anymore. It was, a sign of someone that we all thought was immortal. There was a shocking mortality to it. I grew up a Michael Jordan guy, still am a Michael Jordan guy, but Kobe was the closest that I ever saw. And when people refer to you in a singular name, I think that's it reminded me of Michael Jackson when all that hit. And the other thing for our sport, and probably because he had daughters, Kobe Bryant was a very big spokesperson for women's basketball, for the WNBA, for women's college basketball, and that was a big thing, for someone of his stature to articulate and talk about the women's game. But just and the other kind of sidelight for me is Lindsay, my daughter-in-law, grew up in Southern California, and she idolized Kobe Bryant. I mean, she was a Laker fan, and so you think about all those things, but it's a terrible thing, and I just you just hope that God's grace goes to those families, and hopefully there'll be something that comes out of it that's positive. I don't know what that would ever be, but certainly, like most people, you don't believe it, and you hope they're wrong. And was it a joke? Did somebody hack somebody's Twitter? I mean, even my men's scout team guys yesterday were like, "Oh, someone hacked the TMZ Twitter account," and it's a sick joke. It was sick, but it wasn't a joke, unfortunately.
How's Ray doing health-wise, and how much has just her being dinged up kind of opened up that other opportunity for Jade?
Ray's back is sore. She will not make the trip to Baylor. We've kind of anticipated this coming, so that's kind of why Jade has been starting, because we knew this moment was coming. We didn't know when. She's going to have a procedure today to hopefully alleviate some stress in her back. Obviously, and she can't travel. I mean, that's for those of you, all you young skinny guys don't understand where I'm coming from here. Traveling is not good if you have a bad back, so she will not make the trip. Don't know about West Virginia yet, but it's been a problem, and it's just one of those things that, unfortunately, in a basketball season where we are now, the thing the doctors will say to you, without question, the #1 thing to make it better is rest. Well, we got a lot of games, and there's not a lot of rest in there. So it was just, the timing of it was good, and we just felt we had to get it done. We still have 2 more weeks of 3 games in a week, so we got to get something done, and we just decided, not like I was involved in the decision, but the medical staff decided to do it now. So she'll have it today, and we'll probably have a better idea by Thursday.
Could this theoretically cost her the rest of the season? Do you anticipate her coming
No,
back?
we anticipate her back. Yeah, this is designed to get her back. Terrible one. Get her back. We're having a bad back here with Kristen, but
Smell what you're cooking.
Yes. No, this is designed as a short-term thing to make her feel better and get her to the end of the season. So, my guess is she'll play against Oklahoma State, but that's just a guess. But I do know she is not going to Waco. I do know that.